Bitch, I am loud, live, and in motherfucking colors. Dang! Like, hell no. To the no, no, no. Yada, yada, yada. Like, hell no. To the no, no, no. What we gonna be talking about, girl? Like, hell no. To the no, no, no. I am a random motherfucker, okay? So,
parental discretion is advised.
Shout out to Lonnie B on Facebook.com, girl. Go and follow Lonnie B on Facebook, girl. He is the shit, okay? That's where I get that good morning, bitch, from. So, I've been kind of addicted to his posts on Facebook. Yes, I have, girl. But, hey, what's going on, beautiful people? It is I, your sister from another mister, ThickChickVlogs. And yes, bitch, we are back in motherfucking effect, girl. I do apologize for being gone for a week, and I'm not going to go into full detail as to why. Just know that your girl is back and in action. Y'all know when I go through my little situation, I have to take a little step back because I don't like to, that's bad, Bitch, I'm not trying to push that energy through this, computer screen or your phone or whatever onto you, bitch, because that's just kind of that's kind of depressing to hear somebody else going through some shit. You know what I'm saying? But yes, girl, I am back loud, live in a motherfucking color, girl. So let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of this here particular video. I do want to tell you guys to go over and follow me on Periscope because I have got that shit to work on my iPad. The shit won't work on my phone, on my Android phone, but it works on my iPad, bitch. And I do be getting on there randomly throughout the day and shit. So yeah, go and follow your girl on Periscope, ThickChickVlogs. Also go and add me on Facebook. The link will be down in the description box below. What we're going to talk about today is the whole little situation that's going on. Well, it's not a little situation, bitch. It's a big situation that's going on with Lamar Odom. We're also going to be talking about the Hip Hop Awards, girl. We're going to talk about that motherfucking Raven-Symone. I know I'm late on that, but bitch, we're going to talk about that as well. And a couple of other topics that we're going to discuss. But the first thing that we're going to discuss is Lamar Odom. In case you guys do not know, Lamar Odom was found unresponsive in a brothel. And bitch, I was sitting there arguing with the juice man about what the fuck a brothel was. Girl, why did I think a brothel was like a hostel? I'm thinking a brothel is just a place where people go because they, they're traveling a lot and they just want to, they don't want to rent an apartment. So they just go and live in this, like an apartment setting, but it's not no, lease or nothing like that. That's what I thought a brothel was. But bitch, I sat there and talked to Siri. I was like, Siri, what is a brothel? That bitch said, it is a place where you go and meet up with prostitutes and shit. So that's where Lamar Odom was found unresponsive. And they actually have released a 911 recording from whoever it was that called 911. I didn't get a chance to listen to that 911 recording just yet, but they do have a 911 recording. I'm pretty sure somewhere on YouTube. You guys can probably go to YouTube and type it in and it'll probably pop up. But apparently they were saying that it was some sort of white substance on his face. And let me read you guys a little bit about what it said went on at the brothel, girl, which is a place where you go and meet prostitutes, okay? It says Lamar Odom used cocaine up to 10 times. No, bitch, let me retract that because that is not what this shit says. And I do not want to give false information. It said Lamar Odom used cocaine and up to 10 sexual performance supplements before his hospitalization. So he used cocaine and he used some sexual performance supplements. And I'm going to tell you what those sexual performance supplements are, girl. He used some sort of herbal Viagra. And for those of you that are out there that are really young or whatever, or for those of you just been living on the motherfucking rock, Viagra is a pill that people use, men use to be able to retain a erection, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but I think that's what they use it for, to be able to have an erection for an extended period of time because they have, I guess, erectile dysfunction, or they just can't go for as long as they need to go for. So they take Viagra in order to have a decent sexual experience. But there have been a lot of cases where you take this, especially if you're taking shit and you're taking it not as it's prescribed. Shout out to my auntie, Lady Nika. Go and check out her video. She has a video about a Viagra video, and bitch, that shit is funny as fuck. So go and check out my auntie, Lady Nika. I'll leave her link down in the description box below, and you can hear her video. It's a story time video, and it's very, very comical, if I do say so my motherfucking self. But it could have you, if he took 10 sexual performance supplements, bitch, he was trying to stay hard for a month, Like, what the fuck was he doing to the point where he was trying to, you know, taking 10? I mean, you didn't need no damn 10. And plus, you high on some cocaine at the same damn time. Y'all, it's just a bad, bad, bad situation. But let me keep reading, okay? It says, Lamar Odom took cocaine and as many as 10 sexual performance supplements leading up to his hospitalization in Las Vegas. So he was in Vegas. According to a dramatic 911 call released Wednesday by the Nye County Sheriff's Department. It said Odom, the former NBA player and husband of reality TV star Khloe Kardashian, of course they had to put Khloe's motherfucking name in this fucking article. Why the fuck could you not have just talked about Lamar in this one little fucking paragraph, bitch? Why you couldn't just talk about Lamar in this one fucking paragraph? You had to put Khloe in this motherfucking paragraph. Seriously? Let's keep reading. But we're going to have to talk about her anyway. So, of course, we started making these motherfuckers relevant. Anyway, the husband of reality television star Khloe Kardashian was rushed to a medical facility after being found unresponsive by staff at a brothel known as the Love Ranch in Crystal, Nevada. Bitch, it's called the Love Ranch. The Love Ranch, bitch. Around 70 miles northwest of Las Vegas. So it says Sheriff Sharon Whitrally, I don't know how the fuck you pronounce her name, Wehrly. What the fuck kind of last name is that? Said 2 employees of the Love Ranch stated Odom was unresponsive when they called 911 on Tuesday afternoon at 3:15 and informed dispatch of his drug use. So they can use drugs in your brothel. So you must have knew that shit. So it says, Fight Lamar Odom's friend are hoping for him to rebound. I am too. I really do hope that he pulls through on this. It said they confirmed his cocaine usage on Saturday, but were unsure if it had continued throughout the weekend. Sheriff, whatever her last name is, said at a media conference on Wednesday afternoon. They also informed dispatch that he used up to 10 tabs of sexual performance supplements. Okay. So it says police said the sexual performance supplements ingested by Odom were legal and were obtained from the Love Ranch. Oh, bitch, I didn't know that. So he got these Viagra pills from the Love Ranch. So they handing out herbal Viagra. Now, they not handing out the prescribed shit. I guess they hand, just like, I don't know if y'all ever seen this shit. You can go into, like these, truck stops and stuff. Bitch, they have this shit called horny goat weed. Yeah, it's called horny goat weed. I have seen that shit in a couple of TA truck stops and pilot truck stops and things, girl. Yeah, they got this shit called horny goat weed. Why the fuck they have this shit for truckers who are on the road? I have no earthly motherfucking deal, but it's called horny goat weed. But these people were issuing out these herbal supplements to the frequenters of this Love Ranch. And 10 though, I wanted 10. That shit is crazy to me. So this is what the 911 call says. Some of what it says. It says blood is coming out of his nose and white stuff coming out of his mouth. Wow. Blood is coming out of his nose and white stuff coming out of his mouth. Girl, ain't no telling what the fuck was going on with that situation right there. It's a hospital official provided no immediate word on Odom's condition. Now, Reverend Jesse Jackson decided that he wanted to go and visit Lamar Odom. I don't know if he had prior dealings with Lamar Odom or what. But I want somebody to answer me this question right here. And this is on for real tip. Somebody explain to me why Jesse Jackson, that big head ass Al Sharpton, those types of people always want to flock when it's some big name shit. Why they always want to flock when it's some big name shit? And that's the only time you see their old bobbleheaded asses. That shit is, I don't like that shit at all, in no shape, form, and or fashion. And I'm not saying that maybe Jesse Jackson knew Lamar Odom, but motherfucker, do you know this dude? Do you know him? That's what I wants to know. But anyway, so Reverend Jesse Jackson went to Las Vegas to pray with him. They let him in the room for 3 minutes. They gave him 3 minutes to go into the room and pray, and that is what he did. So it said apparently from what the doctor said, he was much better off today than yesterday. He at least has some responsiveness now. He got tubes in him now, but we felt inspired by his presence. We're just holding hands and hoping he can bounce back. Which, like I said, I'm not going to read any more of this. You guys can go and check out the articles. It's tons of articles on it. But yeah, Lamar Odom was found unresponsive in a brothel. He had apparently taken some cocaine as well as herbal supplements, Viagra, for his sexual performances. And a lot of people are up in arms as well because Khloe Kardashian, which is his, they're still married, because he was dragging his feet with the whole divorce thing. Apparently he didn't want to get a divorce from Khloe. And they're still married today. And a lot of people are saying, well, where's his mom and where's his dad? Well, his mom is dead. And his dad is a recovering heroin addict. And from my understanding, he doesn't have a whole lot of family. And, Lamar Odom didn't have a lot of money alive. But the thing is, a lot of people are alleging that he has this $51 million life insurance policy and all this type of stuff. And they're saying that, of course, because Khloe is still his wife, she is set to inherit that $51 million, which, that's all alleged, but apparently that is the case. But of course, she is down in Las Vegas, as well as her family, allegedly, according to TMZ. But we all know that TMZ is the motherfucking shit. TMZ gets all the motherfucking business, girl. But apparently she is down in Las Vegas with her family, and they are making the decisions on what happens to Lamar Odom. And that is a fact. She is down there making the decisions on what happens to him, because she's his wife, even though they were no longer together. And a lot of people are feeling some type of way about that. And my thing is this. I always say this. Now, I always tell people, I understand that we don't like to talk about death. We don't like to talk about the inevitable. It's just it's a taboo thing that people talk about. You don't want to talk about the day that I leave here, do this, and this. And I used to feel that way as well until my dad used to tell us all the time, no, this is something we got to talk about. Because just as sure as you breathing, just as sure as you watching this video, you, and you. Just as sure as you watching this video, you gonna leave him. You gonna die. Okay? We don't know when, we don't know how, but we all know, that's one thing we all know for sure, is that we gonna die. One day. Okay? Every breathing thing on this earth has a date to die. Everything. And that's just something that we have to understand. And I understand that people don't want to talk about it, but it's definitely something that people need to discuss. And we all need to have something set in stone as to who's going to handle our arrangements when it comes time for us to say our final goodbyes. Because a lot of times you people are put in situations like this when you got you probably got family members. If he does have family members, they might not have been close, but you probably have family members who are like, well, we don't, she's not with him and they went together and all this stuff. But at the same time, you have to understand, a person has to put things in writing as to who they want to handle their final expenses, all that stuff. Even I was listening to the Ricky Smiley morning show this morning, and he was telling to Brother Jeff that, when he dies, his children ain't got to do nothing but show up. Everything is already taken care of. And when you get to a certain age, of course, those are things that you have to think about. Like me, I just turned 30 years old, and I just got me some life insurance. I know it's bad. I should have had me some life insurance, but I just got me some life insurance a couple of months ago. So, and of course, we all know it's a 2-year grace period with most insurance companies. Anyway, it's a 2-year grace period that you have to have the insurance before it kicks in. I don't know. There probably are some out there where you can get it to where it's immediate, but most, you have to have it at least 2 years before you can cash in on it. And you have to have things set in stone. Who you want to handle your arrangements when you're gone. Who you want to, if something happens to you to where you can't speak for yourself, who you want to be able to speak for you when you're in the hospital. You have to have things like that set in stone. It doesn't have to even be a family member. If he was close to one of his teammates, he could have put one of his teammates as the executor of his estate. It could have been anyone. It didn't have to be Khloe Kardashian. Not saying that he wouldn't have wanted Khloe to be over his arrangements. Not saying that at all. But I'm just saying, if a person wants a specific person to be the executor of their estate, that's something that you have to discuss before you get to the point where you can't discuss. Do you understand what I'm saying? So a lot of people are up in arms about that. But like I said, unless he put something in stone, then who else is going to do it? I don't know if his father is even in a position to do it. I don't know. But like I said, I just feel like it's a horrible, horrible situation that's happened to Lamar Odom. And he, like I said, he came from a family of addicts. Apparently, I know his father is a recovering heroin addict. I know his mom is deceased. I don't know if I think she had cancer or something like that, or I may be mistaken on that, but I know for a fact that his mom is deceased and his father is a recovering heroin addict. So it's just a really, really bad situation. A lot of times people are, you know, objects of their circumstances, and it's a sad situation. And of course, he overcame that. He was able to come out of that situation as a child, or if he was in a bad situation as a child. I don't want to say that he was, because I don't know his situation as a child, but I can say that if a person grew up in a certain type of situation as a child, a lot of times they are objects of their circumstances. And you know, he was able to come out of that. He got a contract in the NBA. He was a big time NBA star, but as we all know, in 2014, they basically, you know, told him no more, because they felt like he wasn't in shape enough to be able to you know, continue on as an NBA player, because he wasn't taking care of himself. I don't know if he was using drugs at all. He was probably drinking or something like that. I'm not sure, because I know you can't actually be playing, you know, basketball and you on drugs, because they do drug tests and things like that. But I know in 2014 they gave him, they signed him onto the Knicks, I want to say, for the last game, and they, you know, with the option of renewing for the next year if he spent the summer or whatever getting himself in shape and things like that. But of course, he just went downhill after that, and you know, here we are today, and it's a horrible situation. And I really, really honestly and truly hope that Lamar Odom can come out of this situation, because y'all, God is in the blessing business. I'm telling you, this might be a situation that the Lord put him in order to, you know, open his eyes and let him know that this ain't the path you need to take, because the next time you do this shit, I'm gonna take your ass up out of here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times the Lord puts people in situations to let them know, to slap them back to reality, like, this ain't something that you need to be doing. You kind of get what I'm saying? So hopefully he comes up out of this, because like I said, the Lord is still in the blessing business. And it ain't over till the fat lady sing, and she ain't sung just yet, boo. So yes, prayers to Lamar Odom. I hope that he comes out of this situation strong, and I hope that he gets his life together, and he's able to live a long, productive life. So yeah, prayers to Lamar Odom and his family. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to discuss is Raven-Symoné. Now, okay, at first I wasn't going to talk about Raven-Symoné, because the bitch just yesterday's fucking news, but at the end of the people wanted me to talk about it. So, if you guys have been showing up living on a rock, because bitch Black Twitter been going in on her motherfucking ass, they still going in on her on Twitter, okay? Today, they still going in on her ass on Twitter. But she was on The View, and the thing, a lot of people don't know where it all started from. She didn't just say this. Where it started from, they actually played a viral video that's on YouTube, that's been on YouTube for a while, where there's two young, like they're probably like 15, 16-year-old white boys that are saying I think it's the top 50 ghettoest names or something like that, and they were saying stuff like Bonquisha, Bantanesia, Isha, shit like that, stupid stuff. And they also said Watermelon Dre, and we already know that there's a guy on here, I cannot think of his name right now, but he has a character called Watermelon Dre. So Raven-Symoné opened her mouth and she said that she would never hire someone. She said, well, first and foremost, she said, let's not call it racist and call it discriminatory. She said, because I wouldn't hire someone if your name, she said, if your name is Watermelonisha or Watermelon Drea, I would not hire you. So let's call it discriminatory instead of racist. And of course, before I didn't watch the whole thing, but I caught a little bit of what her co-host said. She said, well, some people can't help that their name is Watermelon Dre or Watermelonisha. They can't help the fact that their parents decided to name them Watermelonisha or Watermelon Drea. Okay? My thing is this. I had no say-so over what my name is. I didn't have any say-so in that. So should I understand now. I'm going to touch on something else in a second. But you should never, ever, ever base a person's character off of their name. Now, I understand we've all done it before. We've all heard a name. We be like, damn, That's a ghetto ass name. That shit crazy as fuck. That's a crazy. Now, why would somebody get a child at night? Now, we didn't all been there and we didn't all said that. But at the end of the day, ain't no way in the hell I would sit there and say that I would discriminate against somebody based on their name. No. Now, yes, I've said that some people's names are ghetto as fuck, but there ain't no way in the hell I would sit there and say, well, ain't no way in the hell I'd talk to her. Or ain't no way in the hell I'd call her back for an interview because she just sounds ghetto as fuck. I wouldn't do that. You always have to give a person a chance because you never know the content of a person's character. Now, a lot of people made great points on my Facebook page because I did ask a lot of you guys on Facebook what you thought about the situation. Again, so if you are not following me on Facebook, you need to hit that add friend button on Facebook and add me as a friend, because sometimes we do have discussions over on Facebook. Somebody did make a great point when they said that a lot of times you have a lot of these companies, I'm sorry y'all, a lot of times you have a lot of these companies who will not even call you back if you have a what they consider a ghetto name, or even if you have a unprofessional email address. A lot of times you have companies who want you to email them your resume. If you email a company your resume from an email address that says twerk some 2015 or baby got back 2009 or shawty low 09, they not finna email. They're gonna be like, what the fuck kind of shit is this? So that's a little bit of 101 as far as workforce 101. If you are emailing someone your resume, email that you use, go to Gmail, go to Hotmail and create an email. It's free. And use your first name, first initial and your last name or something like that as your email. Like if your name Jason Henderson, put J Henderson at gmail.com and email your resume and use that as your job. Don't send them nothing from player from the Himalaya 2012 at Hotmail. No. Don't send nobody your resume from no shit like that. I understand it's wrong for people to discriminate on a person based on a name or something like that, but it does happen. So before you even give them that chance, to just make sure you can help an email address. But with the name situation, I think it's totally wrong. And I think it was a fucked up thing for her to even say. And of course, I understand a lot of people are also saying that people can't even have opinions anymore. I totally agree with that as well. A lot of times people sit there and just because a person is in the public eye or because a person has a little bit of a following, they feel like a person should only talk about and say certain things. But we also need to understand that sometimes people have differences of opinions, and a lot of times people are afraid to even voice their opinions because people pounce on them and attack them a lot. Now, I'm not, first and foremost, I am in no shape, form, and or fashion justifying anything that Raven-Symoné said, because that shit was dead ass wrong. I'm just making a reference that a lot of times people are, they do get attacked a lot based on their opinions. It's like we can't have opinions anymore. But I do 100% disagree with everything that Raven-Symoné said. I think it's totally absurd to even say that you wouldn't hire someone based on their name. Now, her father came forward and because people were, my thing is this, Raven-Symoné is a grown ass motherfucking woman, okay? So people were sitting there tweeting her father saying that he's a bad dad. They can't believe that, he raised a daughter like that. And he came back with the perfect response. He was like, yes, Raven-Symoné is my daughter and I love her. But at the end of the day, she a grown-ass woman that makes grown-ass motherfucking mistakes. He said, yes, I love her. He said, I raised her to the best of my ability. But yes, at times she say some dumb-ass shit. She say some stupid-ass shit. So it comes a time to where you have to stop blaming the parents for things that grown-ass people are doing. Yes, there are some things that kids do. Like, for example, is his name... Young Thug, is it Young Thug's daughter, the one that was on Facebook, or whoever the fuck it was, the little girl that was on, I'm motherfucking tired. That shit wasn't cute nor funny. You got people that was sitting there, thinking the shit was funny, laughing, and that shit wasn't nowhere near funny nor cute. Okay? That's just like me. I cuss like a motherfucking sailor. But when I have my children or when I'm around children, ain't no way in the hell. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm not going to still curse when I have children. But when I make these videos like this, my kids gonna be in a distance to where they can't hear mama throwing off all these motherfucking F-bombs, okay? My kids gonna be in a distance to where they can't hear mama throwing off all these motherfucking F-bombs. So for that child, and the most disgusting thing about that video is the fact that these motherfuckers, whoever was sitting there recording the shit, they thought the shit was funny. A motherfucking time, that shit ain't cute nor funny. So now that's a different situation. That is a child, okay? And you have that person sitting there recording it basically like it's motherfucking funny and posting it on Facebook. Ain't no way in the hell I would have posted no shit like that of my child cursing on no damn Facebook and shit. That make me look bad. You know what I'm saying? But Raven-Symoné is a grown ass woman. Raven-Symoné made that statement. Her father did not make her make that motherfucking statement. And I was listening to the Ricky Smiley morning show, and the brat was saying that she feels like, you know, people shouldn't feel some type of way about what Raven-Symoné said, because the brat feels like Raven-Symoné should be able to have whatever opinion that she wants to have. And she said that, you know, my thing is this. Well, this is what she said. She said, my thing is this. Raven-Symoné probably hasn't talked to her father in years. I don't know the relationship that Raven-Symoné has with her father, and that's irrelevant as well. So for people, for black Twitter or white Twitter or whatever Twitter, to be tweeting her dad saying that he's a bad father because she's saying stupid ass shit, I think that was like totally out of line. So the person who should be held responsible for that stupid ass statement is Raven-Symoné. Not because she has a difference of opinion, but because that is a horrible, horrible thing to say, being an African American woman, because it's almost like you are condoning the shit. You know that there are several companies, several people, individual people who hire people, even like you, Raven-Symoné. You got assistants and all this stuff, and to even say something like that, motherfucker, you probably got people who got turned down on jobs that you were hiring for, and their name was something Isha or Dre or something like that, and you didn't hire them, and they probably now looking at the situation like, did this bitch not call me back because of my name? You know, it's just some things that you just don't fucking say. And you have some type of nerve sitting your ass up there looking like the motherfucking rooster from Red Ryder. Did I say rooster from Red Ryder? Did you say rooster? But sitting there looking like a goddamn, some kind of a cockatoo or some shit with all this shit coming off the top of your head, all this red hair. You be having red hair, blonde hair, purple lips. You got some motherfucking nerve talking about somebody's name, sitting your ass up there looking like a goddamn science experiment. But you need to quit that bullshit. So you are, your stereotype as well. Would you want somebody to discriminate against you because of your hair and the lipstick that you have on your lips? Of course not, because it has absolutely nothing to do with your character. And a person's name has absolutely nothing to do with the content of their character and their work ethic. You might have somebody out there named Ashley whose work ethic is fucking horrible, but you probably got somebody out there named Bonquisha who will sit there and work the fuck out of that goddamn job. But Ashley sit there and paint her fucking nails all day, but you hired her because her name is Ashley. That's stupid. So yeah, Raven-Symoné, and of course she decided to issue a bullshit ass motherfucking apology that wasn't even an apology. It was an unapologetic apology, girl. Sitting there saying something how her words were inappropriate and she would never discriminate, or has she ever discriminated against someone based on their name. She never did, say I apologize to the black community or anything like that. And maybe you think that she shouldn't have apologized to the black community, but I think it's total and utter bullshit. I really honestly and truly think that she deserves to, apologize to folk, because that was a fucked up ass situation to say. You got a lot of people out there that feel some type of way about their name, and it was something that they 100% could not control. So, yeah, Raven-Symoné, she just said some of the dumbest ass shit. And she gonna continue to say dumb shit. That's all I'm gonna say. So, yeah, shout out to Raven-Symoné and her stupid ass, statements that she say on The View. And I think that's one of the main reasons why they gave her funky ass a goddamn job. Just saying. Okay, now let's talk about a couple of other things. Since we talked about Raven-Symoné, we talked about Lamar Odom, and we're going to talk about a couple of other things. I do have time on my camera, but I am going to purge this little bit of situation because I probably going to have another 30 minutes that I'm going to be talking, bitch. This is probably going to be a goddamn hour-long video, bitch. Yeah, this is perfect for a comeback. What y'all think? Thumbs up the goddamn video. Yes, boo. We are back in motherfucking action, girl. But the next thing we're going to talk about, I'm just going to go down the list of things that people wanted me to touch on. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on those things right there. Let me go back to the original post that I had, and then I'm going to go up to the other post. Okay. So the first thing somebody wanted me to talk about was it was a video of a unarmed black woman who was beaten and tackled by Florida police officers for filming an arrest. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna tell you the truth, Allison, I didn't even watch it because I'm so sick of seeing stories like that. Not saying anything about the topic that you wanted me to touch on, but I'm just so sick of seeing, you know, stories about how cops are attacking folks and beating them and all this stuff simply because they are. My thing is this. From my understanding, it is within your right to record a police officer's arresting someone or whatever you want to record, as long as you're not hindering what their job, as long as you're not in their immediate space hindering what they're doing, you know, and got the camera so up in their face to where they can't do their job. But if you're at a safe distance or you're recording something and the police attack you, that's just utterly disgusting. And most of the time it's because you don't want folks to see some shit that you're doing that you know is fucked up. That's just like I forgot this. I know what situation it was. The situation with the guy who was rushing his pregnant wife to the hospital because her water had broke, and the woman was damn near, the baby was damn near out of the woman's vagina, and the people pulled the husband over, and the wife kept telling the husband, "Don't stop, keep going, like don't pull over." But of course he pulled over. When he pulled over, the police officers pulled their guns on him while his wife was in the car screaming in labor. Okay, in the car screaming in labor. They pulled this man over, pulled their guns on him, and told him to get on the ground, and they don't give a fuck about his wife being in labor. Now you ain't gonna, and then had the nerve to say, well, now you ain't gonna see your kid being born. What the fuck? Like, are you serious? It's in the middle of the motherfucking night. I'm like her. I wouldn't have goddamn stopped. I would have got all the way to the fucking hospital. You was gonna arrest me any motherfucker. He probably thought they weren't. But I guess he didn't want to keep going and risk going to jail because, I mean, seriously? Are you serious right now? As a matter of fact, you can, I was about to say you can ask my daddy. My daddy is dead and gone, child. I miss my daddy. Lord knows I do. But you can ask my mom. My mom was pregnant with, I don't know, I don't know if it was me or my brother. No, it was my brother because my dad was in the hospital when my mom was pregnant with me. She was in labor with my little brother, and my dad was rushing her to the hospital, and the police went to try to pull him over, and he kept going to the hospital, and he basically told the man, look, my wife in labor. So the man was like, okay, but next time, you know, if a police officer behind you, call 911 and let them know, let dispatch know that you en route to the hospital because your wife is pregnant, so I don't think you running from me. But my dad didn't go to jail or nothing like that. But the simple fact that I mean, once you found out, okay, if the man decided to pull up, once you found that this man's wife is in the car in labor, and that's the reason why he was driving so fast, you seriously made this man lay down on the ground and put him in handcuffs and put him in the back of a police car and said, now you finna miss your child, your kid being born. That's just disgusting. That's why I said a lot of these cops do this shit as power trips. Because they know that they fucking can and they feel like they can get away with the shit. But like I said, with social media today, it's a lot of shit that these cops are doing, and they being called out on their shit. And a lot of these cops are being handled because of the types of actions that they're taking. Because when you using excessive force like that, what the fuck? What the fuck is that on my neck, girl? Am I discolored or something, bitch? Sorry. Anyway, but when you are using excessive force, especially when you don't have to use excessive force, because don't y'all motherfuckers go through training? So, girl, I couldn't even watch it because, I mean, it's just so disgusting to even continuously see shit like that. But I think it's a horrible situation, and of course, it's a Florida cop. Same motherfucking state that old funk ass George Zimmerman got off on, because I don't know if y'all knew this too. A couple of weeks back, do y'all know George Zimmerman had the nerve to retweet a photo of Trayvon Martin's dead body? Y'all need to go and read some of the shit that's on that motherfucker timeline. He is a disgusting ass motherfucker. He is a disgust, and I'm not an advocate of trying to tell nobody to going off no damn body, but it's just a matter of time for somebody to do something to his old stupid ass. Because George Zimmerman do some of the dumbest shit. He just like Raven. He do some of the stupid ass, but then I can't say he just like Raven-Symoné, because that's a whole different kind of stupid. But he do some of the stupidest ass shit, and the fact that this motherfucker still roaming free after all the other shit that he done did, girl, we not even gonna get, that's a whole nother rabbit hole that I can go down, that I'm gonna try not to. But bitch, okay, that's a whole nother rabbit hole. What's the next thing? Somebody wanted me to talk about Raven-Symone. I did talk about that and her unapologetic ass apology. Shaquette Taylor wanted me to talk about, it was a nurse who was caught reusing a syringe while giving flu shots. Hold the fuck the phone, because I didn't read that. It said almost 70 patients, bitch, and this is a real fucking article. Almost 70 patients tested for HIV and hepatitis after a nurse is caught reusing a syringe while giving flu shots at a New Jersey office. No, at New Jersey offices. Nurse administered flu shots to 67 employees at Otsuka Pharmaceutical Department of Health. Said she had not changed syringe between patients. Employees were warned they may have been exposed to infected blood. They're now being tested for HIV and hepatitis, but results will take months. Bitch, are you serious? It's a dozens of coworkers are being scrubbed for HIV and hepatitis that their nurse was found reusing syringe. Bitch, are you for serial? That is so fucking, bitch, that is sick. That is sick. Why the fuck would you do some shit like that, bitch? A needle come a dime a fucking dozen. You gotta be a sick, lazy motherfucker to do some shit like that. I was just about to say that's one of the reasons why I don't get flu shot, but bitch, you can get that shit from any type of needle. Bitch, that shit is scary. Just to even think that people be doing that type of shit. They'll sit there and go draw blood out of this person right over here and come over and draw blood out of them. That is some sick shit. Oh my God, y'all. Her ass, she need to be in jail. I don't give a damn if those people do come back negative. She needs to be tried, and as that is attempted fucking murder. If you ask me, that's just like a person who has HIV going out and having sex with people without disclosing their status to them. That is the same motherfucking thing, if you ask me. So that bitch needs to be tried for attempted murder, found guilty, and sent to motherfucking prison, because that is exactly what bitch. Wow. So yeah, y'all can go and type in this title right here. The title is almost 70 patients tested for HIV and hepatitis after a nurse is caught reusing a syringe while giving flu shots at New Jersey offices. Okay. Bitch, nurse caught reusing a syringe while giving flu shots. So go and search that and you can read the article. Bitch, I am disgusted. I'm disgusted. I am really, really disgusted. Oh my motherfucking God. Okay, next subject. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm disgusted by that shit right there. Okay, the next subjects right here, people wanted me to talk about. Somebody wanted me to talk about Lamar Odom. I've already talked about that. Somebody wanted me to talk about reality shows. I really don't watch reality shows like that. I don't. I've talked about Lamar. Somebody else wanted me to talk about Lamar. Somebody wanted me to tell them what the Kardashians are famous for. Somebody said they tried to get me together. They said something about they're famous for their clothing line or something like that. But did they have a clothing line before they started having sexual relations with well-known celebrities, basketball players, and other celebrities, Ray J and all these other people? I mean, were they known before that? I don't know. Maybe they were, and I just didn't know about them. But that's when I started hearing about them, when they started having sexual relations with famous people. So, yeah. Somebody wanted me to talk about the curvy woman and why they battle with confidence. So, as far as, you know, a lot of people say that they really wish that a lot more plus-size women would have more confidence and things like that, and be able, you know, basically be able to flaunt their bodies without, you know, of course not in a sexual way, but be able to be comfortable in their own skin. And I think a lot of times it has a lot to do with the public's perception of folks. You know, you get a lot of people out there who sees a curvy woman. They can just say, for instance, a curvy woman can put on a tasteful bikini, right, and stand right next to a smaller person with the same bikini on, but and they'll get ridiculed for it. Not always. I'm just saying that's what a lot of society does. Now, I'm not talking about thick chicks with big asses and stuff like that, but you got a lot of people that discriminate against women who are what they consider to be overweight or curvy or plus or whatever you want to call it. Some people call that just being just straight up fat and nasty, okay? And now I'm just saying, people to sit there and call somebody who I might look at it and be like, damn, she has a nice body. And they may be like, that bitch is fat and nasty. We see it all the time. And as a matter of fact, what is her name? She's on Facebook. She has a group that's dedicated to plus size confidence. I cannot think of her name right now, but you know, it's a lot of that goes on, and I think it has a lot to do with the public perception of what they feel like a woman should look like, what a woman's body should look like. And that's another reason why a lot of people are going out and getting a lot of these silicone injections, because they feel like that's gorgeous in a lot of people's eyes, having, you know, big butts and, you know, big breasts and things like that. And people are seriously going out and dying for this shit, and we're going to talk about that in a second as well, because somebody wanted me to talk about the Iyanla Fix My Life, about the girl who had the ridiculously big old ass. And I didn't know what she was talking about at first. So I went to I went to YouTube, and I typed in Iyanla big butt. And it came up, and it was said, the title of it is Fix My Toxic Obsession. And it is a girl who, she's addicted to getting silicone injections in her ass, and y'all, it looks so crazy. I'm talking about she can't even walk right. It's like, she's a very, very beautiful woman. You know, she's a very beautiful woman. And to see how she has ruined her body with this silicone injection in her butt. And Iyanla asked her, so have you been going to a licensed facility to get these things done? And she was like, no. And I mean, I haven't been able to watch it yet, but it comes back on the 18th. It aired on the 10th, but I didn't get to see it. But it comes back on the 17th on OWN at 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. Eastern time. So we're going to re-air twice on the 18th. On the 17th, and I'm definitely going to have to check that out, because I only saw a few clips of it. But she looks crazy as fuck. And it's sad that people out there are so overly concerned with, I mean, you get a lot of these folks who see these video models and things like that. They see these video models and they see, you know, what people feel like is beautiful, and they feel like they have to just go out there and get that in order to be beautiful in other people's eyes. And a lot of times you go out there and get this shit, and people still look at you like you motherfucking crazy, like Nicki Minaj, and not only, you know, Nicki Minaj has this silicone butt, but Nicki Minaj got the money to be able to get it done in a professional setting, even though it still look crazy as fuck on her too, especially when you got liberty ass legs and you got this big ass badonkadonk. I mean, it's been pictures that people have posted when she's sitting down in certain situations where you can clearly tell that that's, you know, that's not her ass. And anybody who don't know that's not Nicki Minaj's ass is a damn fool. I mean, there are several pictures, tons of pictures out there of Nicki Minaj before she became Nicki Minaj, and all that right there, no ma'am. I don't give a damn how much ass fucking you do. Your ass is not finna get that goddamn big. That is the result of some silicone injection. A lot of people be like, well, maybe it's some fat injection that came out of her body. That's a whole lot of fat that came out of her damn body to be able to go. No, that is silicone injections that Nicki Minaj has in her ass. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be checking out the Fix My Toxic Obsession on Iyanla on the 17th of October, which is today is Thursday, Friday. That's Saturday. So yeah, I'm gonna be checking that out for sure. Okay. Next topic that somebody wanted me to talk about. Somebody wanted me to talk about Kanye West's fashion line. Did y'all see that shit? This shit look like some slave clothes or some shit they wore back in the slavery time. It's like some brown clothes, and a lot of them had like chains and shit. This shit's weird. I don't know if Kanye West trying to be funny or what he trying to do, but you already know it's gonna be motherfuckers out there rocking this shit. Oh, this is that Kanye. No, look like some shit that they wear on The Walking Dead. You know, them walkers and shit. Look like some shit that they be wearing on The Walking Dead. I'm really not feeling Kanye West's clothing line, but that's just me. You know, and everybody's taste is a little bit different, but ThickChickVlogs just ain't feeling it. You know, I wouldn't buy the shit, but you know, I ain't saying what nobody else shouldn't do. Alright. Talked about the Iyanla situation. Somebody said what are my thoughts about black leaders calling for black people to boycott the BET for not covering the Million Man March. You know that, of course, they decided that they were going to have the Hip Hop Awards on the same day as the Million Man March. You know, they aired it on the same day, I think. Did they air it on the same day? But either way, people wanted folks to boycott the BET Awards because they did not, you know, cover the Million Man March on the on BET. Goddamn shit, y'all know what I'm trying to say. I can't talk right now. But they wanted people to boycott BET and not watch anything on BET Network because they did not cover the Million Man March. And this person also wanted to know what I thought about people being interested in watching the hip hop awards and reality shows, but not wanting to watch the Democratic and Republican debates. Okay, so let me speak on the fact that, you know, people are wanting folks to boycott the BET Awards because they did not cover the Million Man March. Now, I get it. You know, the BET Awards is, you know, Black Entertainment Television. I really think that, you know, the BET as well as TV One should have been covering the Million Man March, but that is my own, that's my opinion, okay? But, you know, at the end of the day, BET is, you know, a lot of people are saying, you know, that's Black Entertainment Television. It's not really a news station. But I can understand people's frustrations by saying that it's supposed to be, you know, a black network, but we got to understand that BET is owned by, ain't BET owned by MTV or something like that? BET really ain't owned by black folks. Just saying. I understand it's Black Entertainment Television, but we also need to understand that BET is not owned by black folks. I know it say Black Entertainment Television, but it ain't owned by black folks, okay? So, I'm really not feeling no type of way about the BET Awards not covering it. I'm really feeling some type of way about the news stations not covering it as well, because it really should have been on the news stations. Don't get me wrong, BET and TV One should have covered it as well, but I really think that the news station should have definitely been covering the Million Man March. That's just me. So do I think people should have boycotted the BET, especially the Hip Hop Awards? Not necessarily, but that, again, that's just me, and that's my opinion, okay? But I totally understand people's frustrations as to why they did not cover it. But I really think that a lot of these other news stations should have covered it as well. But I did see it a little bit on CNN and CNET, I want to say. I did catch a little bit of it on those channels right there. Now, she also wanted me to say, what do I think about so many black people being interested in hip-hop and reality shows, but will not watch the Democratic Republican debates? Now, I'm going to say this, and I really don't want nobody to get pissed off at me, but I'm going to be honest with you, okay? Those Democratic and Republican debates, let me tell you something. I get it. A lot of people feel like people need to be more into, you know, politics, especially when it comes to voting, when it comes to, you know, the president and your local officials and, you know, Congress, all this. I understand that people need to be more aware of what they're voting for. But I also want to say that a lot of times we sit there and watch these presidential debates, the Democrat and Republican debates, and a lot of times these motherfuckers get up there and they be, the shit, number one, the shit is boring as fuck. And number two, them people be lying through their motherfucking teeth. 9 times out of 9, they get on there and they'll feed you all this bullshit about what they think about this, what they think about this, and half of the time they'll sit there and tell you that they want to do this and they feel like this should be eliminated, they feel like this should be put into place, and then a lot of times they'll say that shit because they know that's what you want to hear, and then they get into office and do a completely different thing. I've watched several presidential debates or Republican and Democratic debates where these motherfucking people, they get up there and they lie through their fucking teeth. They sit there and they pounce on other people. They sit there and ridicule other people, you know, their opponents or whatever, and they're all full of shit. I'm just saying, so I really think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people are really not into it. Do I think that they should be into it? Yes. Because I myself do watch the Republican and Democratic debates. I missed the Democratic debate. Really hate I did. I forgot it was even coming on. That was one of them days I was going through some shit, girl, and I did not catch the Democratic debate, but I did catch a little bit of the Republican debate. And I just really think that's one of the reasons why people are really not into it, because half the time the motherfuckers be full of shit, and a lot of times they just, you know, they boring and they dry as fuck. Even though, like I said, I don't want anybody to try to comfort me, because I feel like people should watch the Democratic and Republican debates more, the presidential debates more, but I also feel like a lot of people are really not into it because, number one, they dry and they feel like, you know, the motherfuckers just gonna sit there and lie any damn way. You feel me? They sit there and they feed you some bullshit and they go and do a completely different thing. That's just my personal opinion, okay? So, yeah. Somebody wanted me to talk about work-at-home jobs. You could probably go and follow my other channel, because I talk about work-at-home jobs over there. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all that people wanted me to talk about on today. But before I get off this motherfucker, I do want to say, bitch, let me take a little sip. And yes, I've been to I had to go get me a slush this morning. Y'all know, in case y'all don't know, Sonic has their slushes for 99 cents in the morning before 10 o'clock. Bitch, I had to go get me one. And it tastes so damn good, y'all. I've been on my water kick. And to have a little bit of something in my system every now and then. Don't judge me, girl. I've been doing good with my water, okay? But bitch, I had to go get me a flush this morning. This goddamn Lil Wayne sex tape. Bitch. Of course I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did see a snippet. Okay, I saw the first beginning of it. Apparently these are strippers that he's having sex. It's 2 chicks. At least it's only 2 chicks that I saw. If it's more, maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, I only watched the first like 30 seconds or 40 seconds or some shit of it. It's 2 chicks in there. Okay. The part that I seen was they pulled out Weezy's ding dong. And he didn't have no Jimmy hat on. So you mean to tell me you sitting there raw dogging some motherfucking strippers? Weezy, baby. Weezy, yeah, baby. Are you seriously sitting there raw dogging some motherfucking strippers? Not saying that strippers are the nastiest motherfuckers on this side of creation. But you sitting there and met some strippers. And decided you're going to take them back to wherever the fuck y'all was. And you going to have sex with them. Without using some form of protection. And that just goes to show that you got a lot of these motherfucking celebrities out here. A lot of times you have them, they be probably drunk or whatever, beating pop some X pills or what, and they be sitting there fucking half of these group of motherfuckers without protection. And that's some scary ass shit, especially being the wife of a celebrity. Because you got, bitch, when you got a celebrity out there, I don't give a damn how ugly you may think the motherfucker is. Forrest Whitaker looking motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. As long as this motherfucker got money, you got motherfuckers that gonna be throwing pussy at their ass, bitch. I'm talking about throwing it at them like goddamn baseballs. Okay? Throwing it at them like some motherfucking baseballs, but. And just to imagine how you got someone that could be in the heat of the moment, they sit there and fucking these bitches raw. Crazy as fuck, right? Crazy as fuck. But yeah, I did check out that little snippet of the Lil Wayne sex tape. If y'all haven't seen it, go and check it out, girl. But he threatened to sue whoever the fuck. My thing is, then it had to come out of one of y'all goddamn phones or whoever the fuck recorded. It was somebody in that room recording it. I only saw the 2 strippers and Weezy. So who the fuck was recording it? Was it the strippers? Did they have a hidden camera set up? Which they probably did. Bitch, we gonna sit there and record ourselves having sex with Weezy. And we gonna probably try to sell this goddamn tape eventually. I don't know how old it is, but they probably tried to get his ass to buy it or something. He probably didn't want to buy it, and they're like, okay, we gonna release this motherfucker, and we gonna pull us a Mimi and a Nico situation around this bitch. Okay, we might as well capitalize off of when it get stolen. Fuck somebody steal something out your goddamn phone, girl. Anyway, let me go ahead and end this video right here. But like I said, give this video a thumbs up. Go and add me on Periscope at ThickChickVlogs. Also, if you are new here, give this, subscribe. Goddamn it, we do a whole lot of crazy shit over here. This is the most random channel on YouTube, okay? And go and add me on Facebook. The link will be down in the description box below. And don't forget to go and check out my auntie, Lady Nika. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.